Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new small mini series, and yeah, this time I'm aiming to finish this one. And as you guessed from the title, the name of this series is What If Naruto Was Neglected by Kakashi? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted series and my own idea. And before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other channels as well. And as you guessed from my voice properly, I was sick for the past 2 days. I got in flu, cold, and fever at the same time because I decided to take a bath in cold water when the temperature was like 10 degrees centigrade. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, you can Google that, but yeah, it was quite cold and I got sick pretty bad. So yeah, don't do the same mistake as I did because it was looking like it was warm, but in fact it wasn't. Weather is kind of weird these days around, so take care of yourself. And enough of me yapping. Without any further ado, let's begin with the first part of our new series. And trust me when I say this, I will finish this one. Our story begins 13 years after the QB attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato. 13 years since that painful event had happened, but now the village has moved forward as much as it could while carrying the hatred for the said Biju. As we see, today was the graduation day from the academy. The newer generation was now entering the shinobi world as genins. Amongst them was one Naruto Uzumaki, the resident orphan Jiraiya of Konoha. He was yesterday night informed that why the village hated him for the past 13 years. That was because he was the vessel of the Kyubi no Yoko, the being that was hated by everyone and thought to be dead. Many believed even still now that he was the Kyubi in human skin, but Naruto, he didn't care about any of that from now onwards because 1, he was a genin, and 2, this was his first step in order to become a Hokage and wins everyone's respect. And now he was going towards the rooftop where his sensei has called out for them. His team members were quite weird. One was Sasuke Uchiha, the top of the class, and then there was Sakura Haruno, his crush. And so once the three of them arrived, Kakashi Hatake was waiting there for them. "It took you quite a while, but you got here," said Kakashi with a bored expression, not looking up from his book. "Well, regardless of that, I am quite bored in seeing that this is the best that the academy could provide." As Sasuke gritted his teeth, because he was the rookie of the year, while Naruto, he looked at this with a weird confusion, and Sakura, she was just confused and a bit enraged at the attitude of her sensei. And after going back and forth and having the introductions, Kakashi told them about the test. Tomorrow the real test for the Genins will be conducted in the training ground 7. You are to come there without eating any breakfast, and trust me when I say this, you need to obey every rule and word I have placed on you," and said. Listening to his words, they all departed. The next day came, they brought their breakfast in and were starving. So was Naruto. And once they arrived, Kakashi arrived with a alarm clock and set the timer, and then showed them 2 bells that he tied to his waist. Sensei," said Naruto, raising his hand. "Yes, Naruto, what is it?" said Kakashi with a tone that was quite a bit cold, but Naruto ignored it because this was his new sensei after all. "There are 2 belts and 3 of us. You noticed that, right? The thing is, Genin life is not the stories that they have told you in the Shinobi Academy. It is filled with brutal betrayals as well as a lot of trials and even death. So make sure that you remember this when I say this. Life of Shinobi is not what it is told. It is full of hardships and a lot of danger. To make sure that only the best advance, this test is being conducted. That is why 2 bells. One of you will be going back to the academy who isn't fit for this test." Naruto for a moment felt that his heart was dropping because Sasuke was the rookie of the year and Sakura was Konoichi of the year. He was the dead last, but Naruto, he let go of those thoughts, shaking his head, and then said, "Alright, bring this on." And so, the test began. Naruto dove headfirst as usual and tried his best to get the bells, while Sasuke tried to use his ninjutsu and fireball attacks while Sakura tried to use kunais. And they tried for the whole day. In the end, Naruto was the only one who almost grabbed the bells until Kakashi kicked him into the chest a bit too hard, causing him to slam straight through a tree trunk and slam into another tree behind it, causing the wind to be knocked out of his chest. As Naruto, coughing up a bit, then stood up and said, grabbing his chest a bit hurt, Sensei, It's alright, Naruto. Nobody out there will go easy on you if I do. Come on now. Get back on your feet and try again. And so Naruto, even though a bit in pain, tried until in the end he had failed. The three of them have failed. You all three have failed. Now, since it was Naruto who got injured first, it is bound that he will be tied. And you two, your punishment is to eat food but not share with him, no matter how much he looks towards you and asks you. And you, Naruto, you're not allowed to eat. As Naruto felt a bit frowned, but then said, no matter what you say, Sensei, I will improve. Enough. I've seen what you can do right now, but yes, we'll see in the future just how far you can improve. And so, Naruto was tied to the wooden post, and Sasuke and Sakura began to eat their food. Kakashi went away for the time being, as Naruto was wearing a frown on his face, because he had failed, and was thinking that after all that he has gone through, with the drama with Mizuki and Iruka Sensei, and Gigi finally telling him of who he truly was, it all in the end fell down to this. Kakashi, on the other hand, was still hidden and watching this until he noticed that Nanbu was watching him, and he cursed under his breath, and he arrived. Alright, you three have failed, because this was a test to see that who is a better human. I deliberately made Naruto weak and tired so that you two would show compassion towards your teammate, but you deliberately didn't. And that is why you three fail. Sensei, please give us another chance, said Naruto, as he was the one only speaking while Sakura and Sasuke looked shocked. Seriously? Yes. We did not knew that teamwork is important. It is important, Naruto, said Kakashi with a sigh. Look, have you ever noticed a Genin team with only 2 Genins? And that is when their eyes widen because they never really had, and they didn't thought about it. Precisely. That is what I'm trying to tell you and teach you. You haven't. You need to understand this. Mission is important, but so are teammates. They watch your back, and they defend you in time of need. So always remember that. You three pass if you have learned this test. And so after passing the Team 7, Kakashi left. While the 3 of the Genins, they untied Naruto and went home. So from the next day onwards, the D-rank missions began, in which Naruto began to notice something that was being held in his heart, but he didn't ever say. Kakashi always doing the D-rank missions when it came to cleaning out the toilets of the Akabichis or trying to get that cat of the daimyo's wife, Tora, would send him alone, while give the easier D-rank missions to the rest. Naruto never spoke up against it and thought this was his training method because he was the dead last. And so he went along with it until their first C-rank mission arrived, in which they were introduced to Tazuna, who arrived inside a bit drunk. Geez, Tazuna-san, I told you to not drink while you're here. You're about to meet your team. Said Hiruzen, I'm sorry, Hokage-sama. What? Is this the team? These are just bunch of brats, Hokage-sama. Are you sure they would be able to protect me? They don't even look that they would be able to protect themselves. As Kakashi then said, placing hands on Sasuke's shoulders, there are a lot more capable in this team than you ever think. Such as Sasuke over here. He is a capable shinobi and attacker of our team, and then there is Sakura, which is good at navigating and forming up a plan because for intelligence, and then there's Naruto, who is good at some things. Naruto didn't speak. Sakura and Sasuke chuckled at this, but Kakashi was the one who told their introduction to Tazuna. Hiruzen watched this with a bit of frown, but for the time being he remained quiet and noticed that Naruto looked a bit sad but didn't say anything about it, and then closed his eyes because he was realizing something. As now, once the Team 7 and Tazuna was left, Hiruzen turned towards Iruka. What do you think of this, Iruka? I still think they are not ready, Hokage-sama. With all due respect, they are my students, especially Naruto. He may look like a brash knucklehead, but he hasn't been able to learn that much in the academy, aside from that shadow clone that he has learned on his own. Yes, that is true. That is why I want to send an Anbu team after them, just in case. You suspect Tazuna of something? Asked Iruka. Yes, Iruka. I believe that he is not telling us entirely what the true story is, said Hiruzen with his eyes narrowed, both of his hands clamped together underneath his chin, as if he was in a deep thought. Something is wrong with Kakashi. I need to know why. Why is he putting down Naruto like this? He is the one who requested him. I thought maybe because of his sensei, he would treat him better. But this is not good. Not good one bit. Maybe I need to call back Jiraiya. Iruka? Yes, Hokage-sama. I need you to bring me a piece of paper and pen. I need to send a letter to my student. Jiraiya-sama? Yes. Yes, I'll go and fetch it. While Iruka left, Hiruzen turned his chair and got up, watching from the window behind his desk towards the village. That how the Team 7 was walking, and Naruto was still chuckling, looking a bit embarrassed, rubbing the back of his head, while Tazuna continued to yell and mutter about how they were incompetent and whatnot. It was evening when the Team 7 departed from the said village with their client. As soon as they began their journey and was a few miles away from Konoha, there was a huge puddle in the middle of the road that only Kakashi seemed to notice, and slowed down a bit, while Naruto, who was walking in front, continued until he stepped onto the puddle and both of the demon brothers erupted. And that is when he said, "Naruto, watch out!" Naruto, barely having time to dodge, was able to use, just by a miracle of a second, the substitution jutsu to substitute himself with a wooden log and appear behind. What the hell? Said Naruto. How did this happen? It was a genjutsu. A genjutsu? As Naruto, for the time being, was shocked. And then, forgetting about that his sensei didn't notice it, he continued to fight, using the shadow clones and just diving head first, because that is all he could do. Immediately, the demon brothers were able to overpower his shadow clones because that was all they were. That is all Naruto knew. But Naruto, using his street smarts that he used to prank the people, was able to lay out a plan on his own while taking down one of the demon brothers, while Kakashi helped the two of the Genins with the other demon brother. And once the two demon brothers were taken down, Kakashi then said, "Good work, Sasuke, Sakura, great teamwork. And Naruto, you're supposed to help your team, not fight your own battle." But Sensei, I asked you to follow my word, Naruto. I remember what I told you. Mission is important, but so is your teammates. Do you wish to be considered a trash? No, Sensei, I don't. Then you better listen to what I say. Next time there is a fight, you fight with us, not on your own. I understand, said Naruto, looking down because he did not know what to say. After that, he called for his Ninkenpup, Pakkun, who arrived. What is it, Kakashi? What do you want from me? I want you to take these two, as a scroll was thrown over them, and they poofed away into the scroll. It was a story scroll that he tied and placed into the mouth of Pakkun, and go back to Konoha to claim the bounty, and tell them that it was Sasuke Sakura who did the effort while Naruto was just fooling around. The rest of the report will be given. But Sensei, enough! Do you think I am lying, Naruto? Are you trying to say that I am not aware of what I am doing? No, Sensei, I'm not. Then you better listen. Yes, Sensei. Naruto looked down a bit, even more dull than he was before. Tazuna was the only one who noticed that, because he was a foreigner from outside. But knowing that maybe he might have made a mistake since it was a shinobi world and politics. He couldn't intervene or say anything. Well, Sakura just shook her head, saying that Naruto was an idiot for doing something this stupid, while Sasuke just puffed and looked away, because he was like this, barely ever speaking. Naruto was on his own now in his thoughts, thinking along the lines of, I'm stupid, shouldn't have gone and done that. I know I wanted to prove myself, but I made my sensei mad and the others. Gigi finds out about this. He might get pissed, and my headband, it will be taken. I might not be able to become a shinobi. Unaware of Team 7, an Anbu squad was dispatched as a following and reporting squad. As before Pakun could get there, one of the squad members have already dispatched with the true events that have followed and arrived back at Konoha. While the journey continued for the Team 7, Hiruzen was watching and reading this. But not alone. There was another figure within the room besides him. It was his student Jiraiya who had returned on the call of his sensei. What does it say, sensei? It says that Kakashi has been abusing his powers as a sensei. I believe that he is the student of his sensei, the Lord Fourth Hokage, and that is why he will treat Naruto better because the Fourth chose him. But no. It is the other way around. He is deliberately trying to make everything his fault. So you mean to say he's twisting the morals and code of my student and turning it into his own against Naruto? Yes, read for yourself. I have dispatched a team, remember? As after looking towards the contents, he and Jiraiya decide to wait. And soon enough, surely Pakun arrived with the scroll and revealed what Kakashi has said. Thank you, Pakun. Tell Kakashi it is noted, and if the mission is too much, he should call for backup. I understand. I'll tell this to him. As soon as Pakun left, we see the two of them standing there and talking. What do you think, Jiraiya? This is not good, Sensei. Not good one bit. He is deliberately trying to put Naruto down. That is not something we do. Not at least my student have done. Minato was 10 times better than this. And Kakashi? He has proven again and again how unreliable he is. As Jiraiya clenched his fist tightly, but still it pisses me off to no end that he is treating Naruto like this. We need to remain calm and observe what will happen. Back at the land of waves, they had arrived as it was fully thick of mist. Kakashi immediately realized that this was not normal because he has been here before. As Naruto then said, wow, it sure is a lot misty here. Are you sure we're at the right place? I know about my home, kid, and yeah, it is quite misty today. Maybe must be the weather. And that is when a wheezing sound was heard. Naruto by instinct was able to dodge and jump on Sakura, helping her to avoid the blade as it clashed right beside them onto the ground. Landing on top of the hilt very carefully was a man wearing bandages across his face. Well, well. Look what do we have here. Our target and a little bit of bonus. Zabuza Momochi, said Kakashi, the demon of the mist. Ah, Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja. I should have known today was my lucky day, he said, jumping down onto the ground and with one hand pulling out the blade that was so huge without any effort and then hilted it onto his shoulder as if he was carrying a huge stick. Look, just give me the man and I'll let you and your team live. No chance. I have taken this mission and I aim to fulfill it. Besides, what do you want from a bridge builder? Huh. I don't want anything to do with him, I'm just an employee. My employer wants to have a chat with him. It would be best if you just leave him here and go. Then over my dead body. And so, a fight began. They tried their best. Kakashi almost got hurt twice and was trapped in water prison. Naruto, seeing this, used his shadow clones and tried to deliberately barrage attack Zabuza. As much as he did, Sasuke and Sakura, all they did was try to defend Tazuna, and Naruto was the one whose clones were fighting against the Shadow Clone and the real Zabuza as well, who was beating the shit out of him. Until Naruto, finally using the explosive tags tied to the kunais and ninja wires thanks to his brain, was able to destroy the water clone, freeing Kakashi, and in the end, harming Zabuza enough that he was knocked out by a Senbon needle to the back of his neck. As Naruto, wounded but still filled with adrenaline, held up his kunais, forming a defensive stance. "Who are you?" he said. "Calm down. I am from Gakure. I'm here as a hunter nin to retrieve Zabuza Momochi back. He is a wanted fugitive from our village after all." "I see. Sensei? Yes, you can take him." And so, once both the hunter nin and the person left, that is when Kakashi then said, "You damn idiot. You know what you have done? You have made an enemy out of someone who is beyond your leagues." "Sensei," said Naruto, taking a step back. You are just what, Naruto? You should have just let him finish the old man so we can leave." But I tried to save you and the client. Client's life is no more important here because he lied to us. This is not a C rank mission. At best, it's an A rank and an S rank." As Naruto eyes widened, some of the Anbus watching this from afar felt enraged at what they were seeing, and they were writing it down all, because they knew they needed it as a proof. And one of them, he was doing much worse. He has a cam recorder and was recording each and every bit as an evidence of how Naruto was doing the most work, and yet he wasn't getting any praise. Sasuke and Sakura listened. "I've told you three to protect the client. I'll deal with this." And those two did. You, on the other hand, had to go and become the hero. This is not the academy where you dream to become a Hokage just by saying that you would. This is a shinobi world, kid. You can die out here. Do you want to die? No, I don't, Sensei." "Then you damn well make sure that next time when I say something, you listen to it." I understand, sir." And so, they continued, limpingly towards Tazuna's home. As the evidence they had gathered was sent back to the Hokage. Immediately, within a few hours, it arrived back at Konoha, where Hiruzen not only watched the whole damn thing with Jiraiya, but also listened to the handwritten report. "The evidence is more than enough, Sensei. What more are you waiting for? Pull the plug. Send in your aunt who's taking care of Gatau, the local tyrant who might have hired the said goon, and bring Naruto and the others out of it. It's obvious that the team is not competent to handle this mission, and yet Kakashi is forcing them to continue." "Yes, it seems so. Seems so. He's deliberately putting them in danger, Sensei, trying to get either Naruto killed or the others." "You're right. You, Parrot." "Yes, Hokage-sama, your order?" "Go and tell your team to take care of Gatau, and make sure no threat befalls on the Land of Waves. But do it discreetly, and return back, so the bridge is complete without any trouble, and everything is in order." And so that is what Parrot arrived and revealed to his team. And they, listening to the Hokage's words, took care of Gatau and all of the goons, even Zabuza as well as Haku. While on the other end, Naruto was within Inari's home, where Inari, the grandson of Tazuna, came downstairs in the night time. The fireplace was lit up. It was a bit dark, and Naruto was seated onto the table eating the porridge that the lady who looked herself malnourished had made for him and the others. "I don't want to eat any. If you want to, you can have it, ma'am. Or you can give it to that boy over there. I don't need any of your kindness." "What? You all are going to die anyway." "What do you mean by that, Inari?" "My father died trying to be a hero. Gatau will kill you all. My grandfather lied to you to bring you here so that Konoha would listen to us. We did not have enough money to hire some professional, so we hired you. You're going to die." As Naruto then said, "Your grandpa believes in us. And doesn't matter if he believes in you or not. You're gonna die. Kato is strong. So are his army that he has. A lot of people have already died or ran away. So would you. As Naruto then said, you don't need to feel sad. Everyone has been afraid at one point in their life, but it's just how you face those fears, problems, is the way that make you into the person who you are. Your father wasn't fearful. Is that what you believe? Yeah, he had fear. That is why he stood up. Fear of you being in a bad place. Fear of his family. That is why he tried for your sake. And he died trying. But we won't, we are shinobis. Even if it means dying trying, we will, but we would make sure that you and all the others are safe. As Naruto then got up and went upstairs where Sasuke arrived, you should not have done that, you damn idiot. Why are you giving them hope? We are here for the damn bridge, and once it's done, we're gonna leave. It doesn't matter if they live or die. It has nothing to do with us. Sasuke is right, Naruto. You should not have at least promised them that much. You damn idiot. Sorry guys, but I have to give him at least a bit of a hope. No, you don't have to. And stop promising people some bullshit promise that you can't even keep up. And so the two of them left, slamming the door shut as Naruto looked down and for the first time felt a bit sad. He was in a team where neither one of his teammates liked him, and from the looks of it, even his sensei. But Naruto, he knew that, as his Gigi has said, he would make sure that they liked them by working hard, and then people would be next, and from there it would be only a matter of time when he becomes the Hokage, winning everyone's respect and becoming a legend. After all, his Gigi said there would be a lot of hurdles, so he wiped his tears and formed a smile on his face and then tried to rest, while the team that was dispatched was now making a move on Gatau and his goons. Without any remorse, they were wiped out clean. Zabuza, who was injured, was taken out, and so was his accomplice, the Hunter Nin. And after all that was done, a week was left to observe, and so they did, of how Kakashi abused Naruto when he tried and failed and made a mistake. The others laughed and mocked, but Naruto kept up a facade of a face, with a smile on his face, while hiding the pain in his eyes. He tried until it was from sunrise to dawn, and continued over and over again, knowing fully well that if he stopped right now, he won't be able to go far. And in the end, the week passed, the bridge was constructed, and they all returned back to Konoha, and so did the team, who had literally a whole binder of 300 pages on all the crimes that Kakashi has committed against the laws and rules of what the Institute of Konoha for Sensei have said to the Genins. Once arriving back, Kakashi informed them, "Alright, listen up, you three. Chunin exams are right around the corner, and I want you three to participate. I won't take no for an answer. I have trained you all hard enough. Even for those who think that they are not learning fast, they should. Because the others are keeping up, why can't you?" I understand, Sensei. Good that you realize who I'm talking about, Naruto. Now go and don't bother me. Chunin exams are a week later. Better prepare yourself. But Sensei, what are... I said don't bother me, Naruto. Figure it out yourself. And so once Kakashi left, Naruto looked towards his teammates who were already walking back as Naruto sighed. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And so, Naruto, saying this twice, then walked with slumped shoulders and his head down back towards his apartment, unaware that Jiraiya had seen and overheard everything, and his jaw was clenched tightly alongside with his fists as he marched towards Hiruzen's office. And there he found Kakashi, whose eyes widened as he saw Jiraiya and enraged at him, and Hiruzen, who looked damn cold. "Jiraiya, what are you doing here?" As Jiraiya gritted his teeth while glaring daggers at Kakashi, who realized that something was off, and something was coming towards him. as this is where I will be leaving the part 1 of this story. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other channels as well. And yeah, this may be becoming a 3 to 4 part series. I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 or 4. I still don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, we'll see how long this can go. And do let me know what you guys think about this story. I'm trying to, make it back into the series section, aside from just making short movie stories or just uh movies. I usually have made a lot of one shots, but I'm not, now gonna try to convert most of them into series. So please comment down your favorite ones so that we can make them into the series, or do give me the feedback on this one. Until then, this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out for the day. Peace. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.